Hi everyone, Stephen Lee here. Great news. In today's video, I'll be going over the Illinois Back to Business Grant. We recently had a client that was approved, and in this video, I'm going to go over the next steps, including what you need to do in order to secure any grants awarded to you, as well as showing you some screenshots of what those next steps are. Remember, if this is the kind of content that you're looking for, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as I'll continue to update you not only on this grant, but also federal grants and different tax law changes that are on the horizon. So don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell notification, and hit the thumbs up button. So let's get right into this. If you applied for the Illinois Back to Business Grant and are approved, you will first receive an email stating that you were selected, and you'll receive a grant and what that grant size will be. The client, which was approved at our firm, had the priority number 6 out of 32. So they were priority number 6 out of 32, which was really high. They had the following 3 qualifications. The first one is they were located in a disproportionately impacted area, a DIA. Secondly, they applied for but did not receive the Business Interruption Grant, or the BIG Illinois grant, the first time. And third, their 2019 revenue was below $5 million. So they met those 3 qualifications, would put them as priority number 6 out of 32. Please note that once you receive that email, you have to act fast, and you have to act within 72 hours to complete the following 3 steps. If you don't act within those 72 hours, they say that your application will go to the back of the line. So you have to act quickly once you receive that email. So I'll go over the next steps in detail, including screenshots, so you'll be ready once you get that email. Okay, the next 3 steps you're going to have to do is and I'm going to walk you through this on the screenshot, so just hold on for a second, is sign the attestation. There's going to be an attestation of certification. There's going to be also, you have to e-sign and complete the form W-9, which is requesting your tax ID number. And third, you have to set up your bank account in the grant portal. So they want to verify what bank account that you want the grant funds to be deposited to. And I'll go over that process as well. So long awaited, let's move over to the screen share and go over what to expect next. Okay, once you've logged back into your Illinois Back to Business dashboard or portal, you'll come upon this screen here. First, going back to the client that I was talking about, they were priority number 6 out of 32 because they were located in a DIA, as well as they did not receive the Business Interruption Grant, as well as their 2019 revenue was below $5 million. We can see here that the application was 100% complete, so it's processed. Now it's time to sign the affidavit. So you'll see this box up here. You'll first click on this box right up here to complete the next step, okay, to get to the affidavit. After that, you'll come across a screen that looks just like this. It's going to ask, you're going to do your affidavit signature. Are you ready to sign? Obviously, it's going to be yes. So you're going to click next. And then you're going to come across a screen where there's going to be, you're going to see the affidavit, the actual affidavit. It's actually a certification agreement for the B2B and participating in the B2B. There are 17 agreements, general covenants, representations, warranties that you have to acknowledge there. So definitely you want to review this agreement word for word to make sure that you're following everything. A couple things that did come out and pop out was that they wanted to make sure that that the beneficiary will take all practical steps to remain viable, okay, to remain solvent and in operations. Okay, so that means that you will actually be open, continue to stay open and use these funds for that, and as well as how long you should keep documentation for. They will ask for you to retain documents for 5 years from the date of the receipt of funding under the program. That means retaining actual books and records if they ever want to see how you use those funds. So 5 years from the date you receive the funds. Okay, so you'll sign the affidavit, and then you also have a chance to sign the form W-9, which is request for taxpayer ID identification number. So make sure you review both the affidavit as well as the W-9 to make sure all the information there is correct. especially the EIN or the business ID number or your social security number. Then after we finish those steps, it is time now to set up that third step, is that set up the bank account. Okay, so once you come to this screen, you're going to hit next. And there are two methods here. And let's go over the two methods to link your bank account. Option A is the recommended version, which is where you connect your online banking account directly. So this is where you're going to need your actual login information for your business bank. Okay, so this is the ID and password. So let's say you use Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Fifth Third, whatever the bank account that you do use, you're going to need your ID and password, and they're going to verify the bank account using software called Plaid. Option number 2 is what we went with, which is for the client, is we manually add a bank account and routing number. Okay, so all you need here is the bank account routing number and account number. And then over the next 1 to 3 business days under this option, they'll send 2 micro deposits worth less than 20 cents each into the account you provide. Okay, remember, we have to log in. If we use option B, your bank account is not confirmed right away, but if you go with option B, then you have to not only receive the micro deposits, but also log back in to update and insert those 2 micro deposits so that they can verify the bank account. Remember, it's going to take 1 to 3 business days for that process. Okay, so go ahead and choose either option A. If you have your bank account information, your ID and password, I would definitely use option A because that's much faster and it's recommended. But option B is okay as well, as long as you have the routing number and account number, and you can wait and make sure you verify after 1 to 3 business days those 2 micro deposit amounts. There can be 2 separate amounts. You're going to have to come in here and verify. Okay. Once you finalize that, whether you choose option A or option B, you'll come across this screen saying that bank account was linked. Your bank account was linked successfully. Please click the button to proceed to complete. Okay, once you've hit complete, you'll come across this screen here. This is back to the dashboard, and it's going to say your application is in the queue for review. And obviously our application was completed, we signed the affidavit, and then we set up the bank account. Even though it says 100% here, it's not really 100% because remember, you have to go in and input the 2 micro deposits that you're going to receive over the next 1 to 3 business days. So you definitely want to look out for that in your business checking. And then once you have those 2 numbers, come back into this portal and update. Set up the bank account. So you want to click on here again to make sure you get those numbers in there to really finalize this grant application and deposit information. All right, I hope that was helpful. Don't forget to post in the comment section where you are in the grant application process, if you've been approved or if you're still waiting. Hopefully you'll receive that good email in the next few days, hopefully very soon. All right, so until next time, thank you once again for watching. I wish you all a wonderful day. Bye.